Ooh. Wait a sec. What's going on, everybody? Polka Dan here. Alright, so real quick, before I forget, is anybody watching Ahsoka on Disney Plus? Like, Star Wars lately has been very hit and miss, but like, Ahsoka is fire. Okay, alright, sorry. Alright, so today's video, guys, is, so you want to sell, I don't even know what the video title is yet. It's something about eBay and like selling on eBay. We'll see what I end up calling it. But, so, I get a lot of questions about eBay. By the way, I'm Dan. I sell a lot of Pokemon cards on eBay. I sell a lot of other stuff on eBay, but it's mainly just like Pokemon adjacent stuff, like let's say vintage Nintendo, Marvel, I haven't really sold that much Star Wars yet. Let's see, Final Fantasy, basically like anything that was really cool in the 90s that was like I was also into. I sell a lot, so like a lot of Mario, Zelda, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like I said, Final Fantasy, Disney. Yeah, do some Disney. But yeah, so the point of this video, in about just as soon as I'm done rambling here, I'm gonna take you guys right back over here to my card table. And I figured I got a little bit of work I gotta do. I have to replace all my freebies that I give away with every order. I give away like a smorgasbord of freebies, and it's not just Pokemon cards. It's kind of all those things I just mentioned. But yeah, so I'm running really dry. So here in a second, I'm going to crack open this 1991 Disney Collector's booster box. That we're not going to go through. I just need to sleeve some Final Fantasy cards. That's a 2022 Final Fantasy collection box in the middle there. And then right here is a 1989 Topps Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Series 1 booster box. So I'm actually going to just sleeve a bunch of I'm going to crack this open, and then I'm going to crack this open, and I'm just going to sleeve a bunch of these. And again, it's just for people who buy off my eBay store. And I'll go over why I do that, and I'll go over like, basically this whole video is like pros and cons of selling on eBay, if you should, if you shouldn't, what to look out for. Before you think about doing it, what are some things to really hammer down and make sure you have like established before you really start trying to sell on eBay. Because there is that 12.3% fee, maybe it's even more now. But at the same time, again, like eBay is eBay, and eBay owns PayPal. And what's the most like trusted, reputable, money back guarantee business? It's eBay and PayPal. So if you can, view that 12% selling fee for what it is and all the benefits you get to selling, on eBay with backed by PayPal, and how reassuring that is for people who are buyers, it's almost worth it, especially if you don't have an online presence. You don't have like multiple social media platforms. It's going to be really hard unless you just have the most competitive. We'll get into all that later. All right, guys. So here, I'm going to take you behind me. I'm going to start sleeving some cool vintage cards, and I'm just going to blah, 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 blah. More or less off the cuff, whatever I can think about that would be helpful to blurt out loud about selling Pokemon cards on eBay. I'm not going to talk about TCG Player because that's not something I would say I'm an expert on, whereas selling on eBay, I've gotten to a point where I know that platform inside and out. So we'll talk about that and some difficulties I ran into and some, whatever. All right, let's go ahead and hop back here. See you in a sec. All right, guys, thank you for joining me at my card table. And before we crack open a bunch of packs from these two bad boys, two things I forgot to mention real quick. One, I'm going to have this really cool giveaway at the end of this video, so stay till the end. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, but definitely stay to the end, because this giveaway I'm about to do completely 100% correlates to the whole theme of this video, selling on eBay. So if you go ahead and win that giveaway, it's going to give you way more insight into this video. All the things I'm saying, you're going to see it in real life, basically. So stay to the end, and I'll give you the details on the giveaway. And then the other thing is, let me get these boxes out of the way real quick. So I make videos and talk about saving money and staying alive in the Pokemon game. And earlier today, I went and snagged these guys up. Basically, every couple of days, I go around to my favorite LGSs and I buy a bunch of raw cards because, to be honest, that's the only way you can make money in the Pokemon game. And it's not by opening packs, it's by buying cards raw. And like anything in life, it's all about buying at a good price point and, buying low and selling high. So that's something else we're going to talk about rather immediately. But yeah, I'm going to show you these guys that I got that I paid 35 total dollars for, all these cards in here. And there's one that's like 20 bucks, and another that's like 10 bucks. So yeah, I did really well. But this is a typical, what's today? Tuesday? It's a typical Tuesday. So I'm going to show you what I get on a typical Tuesday for $35, I guess. All right. So get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. And let's see what I got. See what I got. See what I got. See what I got. I'm such a weirdo. All right. Has anyone ever had a cricket that's chirping, or a grasshopper, and you think it's outside and then you realize it's in the walls? Never in my life have I had this issue, but my noise canceling is up so high right now because there's this cricket driving me fucking crazy. Like, how long does it take a cricket that's living in your walls to either starve to death or die? Because this is like 3-4 days? Dude, I never had an opinion about crickets until about 3 days ago, and I freaking hate crickets. All right, so what do we got here? Got them right on promo. So I paid $2 for this. It's very well centered. See how perfectly centered that is? $2. Little $1 Charizard, and I paid $1 for it. Another pretty darn well centered Charizard. This is like the cheapest Charizard card in existence. I think it's like $1.25 or $2 on TCG. But yeah, that's because Pokemon Go for the most part sucks. So of course Pokemon Go has an ugly Charizard. Cleffa, this is a dollar card. I paid $1 for it. I just really like this card. I think Cleffa is going to slowly but surely become more and more of a cute Pokemon favorite. I mean, it already is, but I just see a strong future for Cleffa. So there's a nice dollar Cleffa. What's up with that corner? Oh, it's erased. Alright, so all the rest of these I paid $2 for, except for the last two in the stack. So we got a Goodra. These are mint, by the way. The only reason I buy these is because they are shockingly mint. And $2. I'm like a professional at buying Pokemon cards for $1 to $4, but mainly $2. A little Shaman. Alright, a little Bolthound, $2. I love this, dude. This is such a sleeper Crown Zenith or V-Star Universe card. I love this card. $2, $2, like this right here. This is like a $6 card. $2. Here we go. So there's something about purple and gold that I'm obsessed with purple and gold shiny Pokemon cards. So first we got an Evolving Skies Secret Rare Cresselia. Look at that thing. It's insane to me how many hits are in Evolving Skies that you can think you know Evolving Skies inside and out, and then you're like, oh yeah, I forgot that card's in there. And this is one of the coolest Secret Rare energy cards, I don't know, ever. So you can't really tell on the photo, or the video, sorry. But there's this ray. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. See that? How it goes up and to the right? So if you were to look at this in real life, it's like really, really raised. Like, it looks really cool, the texture on that little purple flame coming off. But yeah, so that's a Chilling Reign, Secret Rare, Psychic Energy. This is a $20+ card. This is like a $10+ card. And then you take all of these. And so yeah, I paid $35 for all this. And how do you pay $35 for all these, hits, mini hits, little hits? But again, these are all mint, very mint. I'm probably going to grade some of these, definitely these two. But again, okay, so I've said this in previous YouTube videos. The best way to source Pokemon cards is to, one, live in an area that actually has a lot of Pokemon cards. So me, I live in the Phoenix metro area, and there's so many sports card shops, LGSs, straight up Pokemon stores, that literally you have like your pick of the litter. And me personally, over the last 2 years, I've bought so many Pokemon cards from all these vendors or whatever, or not vendors, but stores, that they all know me on a first name basis. Some of them even call me Pokedan. But yeah, it's like, let's say I had 20 stores to choose from, right? I've narrowed it down to like my 3 or 4 favorite, and all 4 of those stores, they know me on a first name basis. I know what binders to look through. They always take a little off the top. I go to places where like you spend 50 and then you get $5 back. Like I got five. This was actually like 40 or 37, but then I got $5 I had 25 points. So yeah, I mean, it's just little things like that, like knowing the people behind the counters, so you know they're not gonna, screw you over. Uh, but yeah, it's like area familiarization, because if all you have is the internet, that's just a rough way to go about it. Like, there's a lot of people that are in this hobby and all they have is the internet to source their cards, and that sucks because there's nothing better. There's nothing you can look at this card and you can be like, all right, yes, I love this card. All right, let's look at this one. It's a little OC left to right, top to bottom. It's great. The back, top to bottom, left to right. Oh, it's left to right OC on the back a little bit. But that could definitely be a 9. And that's good enough for me when it's just one card out of a stack of 35 about. All right, I'm going to hurry up and get past this point. The point is area familiarization. Having a whole area mapped out and knowing what places sell the Pokemon cards for either the mintiest or the best is a really big deal. And then developing a rapport with those employees, and then always getting a little off the top, or rounding down on the TCG player price. Again, I got most all these out of a $2 binder, so yay for me. All right, so let's get rid of these. Sorry. But yeah, so again, I do this so often, and I think, yeah, I showed some videos in the front, so you kind of have an idea. That was like just a fraction of just the Pokemon cards I have. I didn't want to show everything, like my entire house. But yeah. Alright, so let's crack open. What should we do first? Let's do the Disney. Alright, yeah, let's do some Disney. I'm going to put Ninja Turtles up here. So guys, this giveaway, no, I'm not going to show you yet. If you want to see what you're going to win in the giveaway, you got to wait. Alright. Alright, collector's cards. Snip. So again, this is 1991 Disney collector's cards. So what does that mean? They're like 4 years old? No, wait, I did that wrong. 30? They're 33, 30. They're really freaking old. Apparently can't do math while I'm recording. I swear I know things. The square root of 144 is 12. I know one thing. Alright, here we go. I'm an idiot. Alright, it's been a while since I opened one of these. Oh, it's been a couple months. Okay. I cracked the bottom. That was one of the most difficult, that was one of the hardest experiences of my life. I had to literally, without destroying this box, lift up on this tab, causing these to rip. That just didn't go well. It ripped down there. It was so bad. Alright, let's do this. Let's do the reveal. Disney Collector Cards, 1991. What? Yep. Hold on. We got more surgery to do, apparently. We're just going to rip that off. I don't know. This box is messed up. Wait, tuck it in. At least tuck it in. Come on, tuck it in. Alright, well, you couldn't see it even if I... Here. Whoa, Disney Collector card. Look how cool that is. It cuts out and it shows 2 examples of the cards right there. That Fantasia Mickey is the most graded card in the set. I'm actually going to show you some PSA Pop on some of these if we get to them, if we pull them or whatever. I'll just throw it up on the screen. Okay, box is finally open and ready to go. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab 3 of these. Then I'm going to grab a 4th and add that to the giveaway. So this and a few other things are going to be part of the giveaway later. This and I think quite a few other things. I'll put that up there. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I already know from experience that these packs are just as hard to open as that booster box, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the snips real quick. Snip. So you want to sell on eBay maybe, or maybe you want to sell on TCG Player, or maybe you want to start your own website and sell. Well, there's kind of more or less your 3. Oh, I guess you could be a whatnot, dude. Be a whatnot scammer. No, I'm just kidding. That was rude. There's no such thing as a whatnot scammer. No, there's total. They're like, oh god. Anyway, all right. So I sell on eBay. That's what I do. I've been offered a job by whatnot, and I told them this. Screw you guys. Literally, that's what I told them. I said, screw you. I don't want to be part of your filth. But yeah, so if you want to sell cards and whoa, is that a Mickey right there? First pack, bro. Yeah, we got a Robin Hood Mickey, something like that. All right, anyway. So again, Disney collector's cards. These are all going to be giveaways for people who order stuff from me. Favorite stories. So you want to sell on eBay? Okay. So you're selling on eBay. I am terrible right now. Absolutely terrible. So, oh, this is my favorite card. Oh my gosh. It's my dad's fire chief. So yeah, my dad loves this card. All right, so I'm selling on eBay. I'm going to throw up my stuff right here, right there. Okay, there's some stuff. There's some more stuff. I think, what else should I throw? My feedback? All right, I'll throw up my feedback. Yeah. So anyway, selling on eBay can be very rewarding, but you have to deal with the fact that there's a 12 point whatever fee. And as long as you can, here's the most important thing, guys. Source your cards cheaply. Source your cards, whether that be you're into all kinds of Pokemon cards and then some other stuff too, like me, or you are into something specific. Like, let's say the only way you're going to make money is if you source something. Now, are you going to source everything, like under the sun, Pokemon related, cheap, as far as Pokemon cards goes? Or are you going to build in a strategy because you can't source everything cheap under the sun as far as Pokemon goes? And here, let me give you some examples. So if you're me, you're really lucky. You have a million. You could basically any Pokemon card I want, I can find it like within a 10-minute drive. But let's say you don't have that luxury. So you're going to need to come up with, here's one example. There's a lot of people who will buy a ton of like 1 or 2 or 3 types. Oh, hell yeah. These World Tour cards are not giveaways. If they're, whoa, look at the centering. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got big plans with World Tour cards, and those are the only ones I don't give away. But yeah, we're going to put this bad boy to the side. So you got to come up with a strategy, some kind of strategy that works. And I keep almost giving you the example of sourcing from Japan. There's a lot of American people that don't realize how easy it is to buy from Japan, and that there's a lot of Japanese sellers that if you buy a lot from them, they will do some pretty deep discounts. And then what you can do is you can, sell those cards here in America, and it'll be domestic shipping. So you could sell it for a premium over what you bought it for from the Japan person, sell it in America as an American person, and then the silly other American people that don't want to buy from Japan buy it from you at a premium. So that's just like one example. Like, what's his name? Pokeen. He did that with like 1,000 Grand Prix Charizards or whatever. He's probably the sole reason it has such a high pop, because he sourced like a bazillion of these Grand Prix Charizards from Japan, right? And then he sold them as an American seller. So it would be like, you don't take all the risk out or whatever if you think it's risky to buy from Japan, which it's not, as long as you do it on eBay, backed by PayPal. So anyway, specific strategies or just being able to source stuff really cheap is the first and number one most important thing when it comes to selling, well, anywhere. eBay, TCG Player, whatever, your own website. As long as you can find out how to source the cards for a reasonable amount to where you can profit a reasonable amount, you're going to be good to go. So you got to figure that out. You got to figure out how to source your inventory very cheaply. And again, oh yeah. And again, for me, it's just I can drive down the street. I also do a lot of ordering from Japan. I'm someone who every time a Japanese set comes out, I immediately go on eBay, like the night it comes out, literally, and I will look at all the ARs, the art rares specifically, that aren't being like pumped pre-release. Usually a couple of ARs and then a bunch of SIRs and maybe a hyper rare that'll get pumped, and a bunch of others during pre-release kind of get forgot about. So I'll buy like a ton of those because they have very low risk, potentially high ceiling. For example, the Triplet Beat Magikarp. The night it come out, I got those. I got a bunch of them for like $12. And then it was like this delayed explosion of excitement about it. And you know, now I don't even know what they're worth now, but I think I tripled my money or something like that on those guys. So, oh, all right. So this right here, I think is, I'm looking at the centering on camera. Wow. Wow, this has been, dude, I just grabbed 3 packs and I got a lot of, I actually got a way better card. I'm just trying to talk, so I'm not stopping and grabbing some of the better cards. But like, this is a super fire Mickey card. Super fire Mickey card. Take that, Lorcana. This is the OG Lorcana. Sorry. So yeah, anyway, ooh, snakes. I like snakes. I don't even remember what I was saying. I'm terrible at talking and opening stuff at the same time. But yeah, anyway. So I get a lot of, oh yeah, ARs. I get a lot of Japanese ARs. I either get my stuff from down the street or from Japan, essentially. So there's just a whole bunch of freebies, like all of these. Oh, all of these. Excuse me. All of all of these cards are just one of many, many cards that you get when you order from me on eBay. As just like an appetizer sampler of a bunch of other cards that I sell in grade, whatever. So there's the Disney cards. Now we're going to get to the Ninja Turtles. But anyway, so selling on eBay, you got to be able to source your cards very, very, very cheap. Because, duh, that's with any business. You got to have a profit margin, right? So if you can get that figured out, that's, I guess, just the beginning. Because then there's like a million eBay sellers, right? Look at these. Look at these. 59 cents. Let's go. All right, I'll do 3 more of these, and then I'll add another one of these to the giveaway. Let's do, should we do yellow Raphael or should we do yellow yeah, I guess we'll do yellow Raphael. You know what's funny? I've opened so many of these, I can tell you what the sticker card is just by looking through Sealer Wrap. Literally. I've graded, these are actually very popular, the sticker cards anyway, and the rookie cards, which are in the main set. All right, let's get that out of there. Get that out of there. All right, so we established sourcing your cards cheap. Now, what's the difference between TCG Player, eBay, and like your own website? So your own website, if you don't have any social media presence, no one's going to go to your website unless you spend $1 bazillion on advertising and Google Ads and just all your time advertising. So that's the negative of a website. Not everyone could be like a PSA Pikachu or a Poke Collect or any of them. They started a while ago, okay? And they built up to where they are now. In fact, I think they have physical stores, so it's a little different. But yeah, so you start out small. And, ooh, all right, hold on. Save that for last. Time to fight, dudes. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in a Half Shell, Turtle Power. Dude, I am so all over the place. I already know this video is going to be way too long. Alright, so eBay. The reason why eBay is awesome is because eBay is eBay. It's one of the biggest companies in the world. Everyone trusts it. It has access globally, and it's backed by PayPal. So maybe that 12 or 13% might be worth it, especially if you don't have a huge social media presence or you don't have tons of money to advertise your website or whatever, okay? And then TCG Player. The way I view TCG Player is, one, it's a great place to buy cards that are under $1 and bulk and the type of stuff that players like to buy that are just random cards that they need for their decks. All right, let's see. Get this out of there. What do we got? An upside down Michelangelo. Let's go. All right, we got a mic. Very nice. Very nice. But yeah, so TCG Player. I've heard horror stories. There's a lot of YouTubers I talk to and follow and yada yada that order off TCG Player. And it sounds like there's a serious problem with the way the cards are shipped to you. Like I've literally seen like, hey, here's my package from, you know, TCG Player, and then it's just all the cards that said were near mint. They're not. The packaging was messed up. I just heard a lot of that, like a lot about weird shipping issues with TCG Player. But anyway, so yeah, plus a large amount of the listings on TCG Player, you don't get a photo, which obviously some you do. But eBay is more like photo oriented, and more you're seeing what you're gonna buy rather than you're just buying a card because you need it for a reason or whatever. So it feels like way more of a roll of the dice when it comes to TCG Player. And eBay, you can just, it's a little more personable. Like me, if you look at my eBay, I got my Instagram, my TikTok, my, what is that thing? Threads. And then obviously my YouTube channel. It's all connected and it's like written in the description. This is a really cool regular set card. Sorry. I love Ninja Turtles. But yeah, so eBay, again, it's got a huge backing. It's very well trusted. It has all the tools that you need to succeed. You can do a starter seller store for $4.99 a month, which has tons of other analytics built into it. It basically takes care of everything. Like, so for your taxes, it's going to have all that information built in, ready for you. Just everything. It just shows you. So I can't. I don't even know where to start when to tell you all the tools that are built into eBay now. And then dude, I had picked some great packs to open. So this is the title card, card number 1. Bro, if that's well centered. Dude, I have been pulling bangers in these vintage sets. I've been pulling so many cool cards. It's totally throwing me off of what I'm trying to teach. All right, you're gonna go over there too. All right, Diabolical Duo. Okay, but again, water. All right, what do we got down here? All right, this is just a pack opening. This isn't even an educational video at this point. Splinter, this is the lowest pop of all 11 of the TMNT cards. Heck yeah. Very happy about that. Okay, so it just occurred to me that I accidentally opened your guys' pack. So I went in the box and I grabbed a couple more packs. And here's the thing. The big point that I need to prove is actually 4 points. Sourcing cards for cheap is point number 1. We still have 3 more points to go. So I'm going to grab another one of these Raphael Yellows. This one is actually going to go to the giveaway winner. I'm not going to open it. And then we're going to open 3 more. And with each pack, I am going to say my second, third, and fourth point. And with all 4 of these points, it kind of gives you a well-rounded picture of what you need to do to be a very successful eBay seller. So, point number 1, for the millionth time, source cards for cheap. Point number 2 that you need to really, really hammer down to be a successful eBay seller is develop a reputation. So develop a reputation for yourself. That goes without saying for any business, right? So on eBay, there's a lot of ways you can develop a reputation. For starters, one thing you should do immediately is make a business card. So make a business card, and that should be front and center on your envelope or your bubble mailer or whatever, however you're shipping you're going to do. That'll be the next point. We'll talk about shipping in a sec. But develop a reputation. Make a business card. You need to now, you have a fresh eBay store, right? Maybe you paid the $4.99, you got like a store. I think you might have to do some stuff first, or maybe you can buy a store right away. I think, yeah, you can get a store right away. You can get all the store perks for like $5, okay? So you do that. And then sell everything. Sell everything at an exceptionally competitive price, okay, guys? What I do, I don't even need to do that anymore, and I still do that. I literally look at buy it now, cheapest listing, and I'll just sell all my stuff for like 50 cents under whatever the cheapest listing is. Or, you know, as long as the condition matches. So you need to stack sales and you need to stack positive feedback as quickly as you can, or as quickly as you want to be successful, right? So just sell a bunch of stuff, sell it at a very reasonable price, and sell it in a way that you amass positive feedback. So that all goes along with developing a reputation on, rookie card, developing a reputation on eBay. So there's not a lot of main set 1989 TMNT Topps cards that are really expensive, except for like the title card and these cards, which are called the rookie cards. There's a Michelangelo. These packs have been freaking crazy. All right, so You need to stack sales, stack positive feedback. Okay. And then there's another thing you could do. You can start, make an Instagram, make a TikTok, whatever, and then put that in your information on your eBay seller page. So they have another place they can check you other than eBay to know that you're like a reputable, real human being who actually cares about what they're doing, yada, yada, yada. So again, develop a reputation, stack sales. Don't worry about making a ton of money off every single card. You just need to make sales and make feedback, okay? So that was point number 2. Point number 3, this is a big one. Point number 3 is big, okay? You need to package and ship like a pro, okay? Package and ship like a pro. So the reason I showed you guys that thermal shipping label printer in the beginning is because that is the thermal shipping label printer that I use. And I don't just use that thing to print out massive amounts of shipping labels quickly. I actually, as soon as I get done printing the shipping label, I print out the packing slip, and then they literally come out connected together. And then what I'll end up doing is I'll print out like a long chain of like 30 or 40 foot long, just long strip of alternating shipping labels, packing slips. Then I rip them all apart, fold them in half, so the packing slip is with the shipping label, and then I get this huge stack. And then usually later or the next day, I'll go and and I tuck the shipping label inside the envelope that's already has the packing slip inside the envelope that already has the shipping label on it. So from that point forward, I never mix up orders whatsoever because the packing slip, always have a packing slip. If you're a pro, if you're a professional, you have a packing slip. Done deal. It's a very easy thing, and if you don't want to be a pro, then don't use a packing slip. But my advice, use a packing slip, have a business card, have all the little extras that make you seem very, very professional, okay? So, packing slip, oh man, this is so important. Pack your card with extreme, jive turkeys, pack your card with extreme protection, okay? Without, this is a key, listen, without being a pain to open. What do I mean by that? Yes, you want your cards to show up safe and sound, but you don't want to have it so safe and sound that you risk damaging it just by getting it out of whatever that safe and sound is. You know what I mean? Look at that. That one's cool. So for me, oh, that one's really cool. So for me, anyway, I basically don't use any tape and I don't use any cardboard because tape and cardboard, I don't know, I hate. If they do the tab thing where you can quickly take it off, that's great. But I've discovered a way to use plastic and air bubbles and just other ways that aren't tape and cardboard. Tape cardboard is fine. But if you're going to use tape and cardboard, do the little tabs where the customer can just pull off the tape, please, for the love of God. That is really annoying. And the way I package and ship my 2 different forms of shipping, which we'll get into that in a second, is because I used to buy a ton of cards on eBay. And there's so many things that drove me crazy that I was like, I'm going to start a store and I'm going to eliminate all those. Oh, here's that card. Ooh, there you go. Number 10, TMNT. Got this in a Gem Mint 10. Ooh, yeah. But yeah, so I just learned from everyone who did stuff that I didn't like. Or I was like, oh my God, why is this so much crap? Why is this? I feel like I'm, it's like a riddle just to figure out how to get the card out of the envelope or the bubble mailer or whatever it is. I didn't show that one either. Nice. But yeah, so anyway, just be thoughtful about the way you're packaging your cards so they're actually protected, but don't be over thoughtful to where it's super duper duper annoying, okay? So, and then there's 2 types of shippings that I use, and it's pretty regular. I'm just going to tell you what the accepted norm is for eBay. So there's the eBay standard shipping or plain white envelope shipping, okay? So that's like an envelope. I use a nice thick black envelope, so not like a crappy little plain white one. But so that's what you should send everything that's like under $20. I've talked to a lot of other eBay sellers, and if it's under 20, you should ship it for, depending on 1, 2, or 3 ounces, either $1.08, 87, or 66 cents, 68 cents. Point is, nobody wants to pay $5 or $6 shipping for a $1 card or a $5 card. They want to pay like at most $1, okay? But if it's over $20, then yes, you go up to that approximately $5 bubble mailer, okay? The 2-day ground express bubble mailer. So develop, make sure you figure out how to package those two different ways as professionally and yet easily to open as possible. You don't have to do freebies like me, but you should definitely do a packing slip. You should absolutely have a business card, okay? So that's number 3, is package and ship like a pro. And you have eBay standard shipping $1, and you have the $2 or the $5 2-day ground express. Over 20. If it's over 20, make sure it's in a freaking bubble mailer, okay? Oh my god. All right, number 4, and this is the last pack. Okay, this is important too. This is actually probably the most important, because if you don't have this, then you really don't have anything at all. You need to have pride. Have pride in your online storefront. Have pride in what you're doing. Pretend your eBay store is like a real physical store that you own, that you pay rent, and you have customers coming in and shopping around. So what I mean by that is, like, if somebody messages you, you message that person back as soon as you can. Don't say, oh, I'll get around to it later. Like, no, you are representing your eBay store, and you need to be a great eBay store manager. What does a great manager do? They respond quickly. The customer is always right. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I can combine shipping for you. Or, yeah, I'll give you 10% off if you do 3 or 4, whatever. The point is, you need to communicate. People have a lot more assurances in buying things when the person they're buying from is communicatable, is willing to communicate. Yeah. Look at that card. Pizza for breakfast. So respond ASAP to all customers as if it's a real storefront. A last little bonus thing I forgot to say is you need to have systems in place for everything. Like, if you're like, everything that I need to print and ship and package cards is within arm's reach. Like, I can literally sit at this table and have bubble mailers, envelopes, padding, top loader, like everything that you need to like ship cards. It's all within reach. The way that I print out the shipping labels and packing slips, it has a lot of like redundancy to make sure I don't mix up any orders or whatever. But you need to develop whatever systems work for you. Oh, there's another rookie card. And then you need to get quick at those systems. A lot of that's like listing. Like, I'll sell a lot of the same cards, so I can just relist and then add new photos, so I don't need to, type out long descriptions. I'll save in my notes like generic descriptions, and then I'll just add a little title difference or whatever. So you could save a lot of notes doing a lot of copy and pasting. You use pricecharting.com, and you could follow the link to recently sold cards of the card that you are currently selling, and you can basically sell similar, and that autofills everything for you, and then you just change from there. So it's actually, you can develop a lot of systems to make selling on eBay a lot less of a hassle than you might think. You just got to think through all the things that are time consuming, and then find ways to cut out time. So develop systems. That's like the bonus number 5, is develop systems so everything happens a lot faster. But again, let's go through the 4 or 5, whatever. 1 is source cards for cheap. 2 is develop a reputation. 3 is package and ship like a pro. And 4 is have pride in your online storefront. If you do all that stuff, and then you expand out, like an Instagram, social medias, whatever, and you have your base of your store, and then you have all your social media to help you advertise and supplement whatever eBay can't do for you, and you just stay at it, and you love what you're doing, you're going to be successful, even in like a down Pokemon market, which it is now. And by the way, here's another thing. It has always been more intelligent to do sealed products. We all know that. Like, sealed is just better than singles. But lately, with how hard it is to make a profit on Scarlet and Violet, this might actually be one of the first times ever where intelligently investing in singles, it's like the balance is tipping away from sealed. Like, here's sealed is really smart over here. Oops. Dealing in singles is over here. It's historically always been like, you should always do sealed. Like, duh. There's no risk, blah, blah. Everyone wants to open a booster box. But when you're talking about profit margins and how long you have to sit and wait for things to mature and make money, we are at a point where wheeling and dealing in singles over the short amount of time, a year or two, could probably net you a lot more money than sitting on some Scarlet and Violet, or maybe even a Sword and Shield booster box. So instead of like, this over here is sealed products, this over here is singles, this is what's smart, this is what everyone says to do. The balance is starting to come this way, especially with Scarlet and Violet. So all those booster boxes are like $100. Who knows how long it's going to be before you can make 20 bucks on a Scarlet and Violet booster box. But you can make a ton of money on an Iono, a Magikarp, a Tyranitar, an Obsidian Flames Charizard. So I'm just saying, the more you know, the more you can get away with singles and making a lot more than sealed. And that, right now and into the future, is going to be probably more true than ever, because sealed stuff is just getting hit hard right now. All right, let's get to the giveaway. The stuff that's up here. Okay, so we already know you're going to get a a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Vintage Pack 1989 from Topps. You are going to get a 1991 Disney Collector Card Pack. And then, I didn't even show these off, but these are one of my best sellers on my store. We're going to do a Impel Trading Card Treat Marvel 1991 Halloween Packs for Trading Card Treats for kids, whatever you call them. 1991 Impel Trading Card Treats. This is the Marvel set. There's 3 cards in there. So you're going to get one of those. And then guess what? You're going to get a Mario Nintendo one, if I can pull it out. Oh, rad. So here is a Mario Impel Trading Card Treat Pack. So you're going to get this, you're going to get that, you're going to get this, you're going to get that. And then let's see, I'll throw in a She-Hulk. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do a She-Hulk. So you're going to get this for free, you're going to get this, you're going to get this, you're going to get this, you're going to get this. And then we got to do some Pokemon, right? So here's a brand new Fresh Slab Crown Zenith promo. It's a Mint 9, okay? It's not a Gem Mint 10. But look, I'm going to give you all this. Not only is the giveaway winner going to win this fresh Pikachu Crown Zenith promo slab, again, collector card, Ninja Turtle pack, whole bunch of Impel Trading Card Treats. I'm probably going to throw in a bunch of cool Pokemon cards in there as well. And all of this, all you have to do to win all this stuff is, one, you need to have an eBay account. So, haha. So if you don't have an eBay account, make one now. So that's your first assignment, okay? So make an eBay account. And then 2, leave a comment below after you finish watching this video. I am absolutely going to choose one random commenter. I'll even say hi to him in the comments. And then, yeah, I'll just be like, hey, you won. And then we're going to hop over to eBay. And then I'm going to generate like a fake listing for $1. That's it. I'll even reimburse you, just so I can do your shipping label. And I'm going to ship you all of this stuff. And I'm going to ship it in the way that I package cards on eBay. So you're going to get a living example of how I package cards on eBay and all this stuff for free, just for being the giveaway winner. So like, comment, subscribe. Definitely leave a comment if you want to win this stuff. Because I'm just being honest. I'm going to pick a comment. You don't even need to subscribe. Apparently subscribing doesn't matter as much. But yeah, please subscribe. I need to hit like 1,000. But yeah, so get all this stuff. And guys, again, eBay works. eBay's fine. It's just all about sourcing your stuff, buying low, selling high. And it really is about sourcing. Sourcing really is just what matters most. If you're in the middle of nowhere, you can't sell on eBay. It's just the way it is between shipping and not being able to source. Take pride in what you're doing. And that's about it, guys. Other than that, have a great day. See ya!